It certainly didn't come easy for you tonight. Another tough fight, but you did get the victory. What's the feelings like for you right now?
Yeah, it was a tough one. We expected him to make adjustments. He made good adjustments in the first 2 rounds. We started off that first round, we're like, oh, we're doing good. Then obviously he actually did what we actually expected him to, even with some of his attacks. But again, yeah, his first 2 rounds were strong, and then we knew we had to pick it up. So from the third round, onwards, we picked it up. So that third round was close, but we were confident we got that third round, and then obviously we took the 4th and 5th. So yeah, tight fight, but when the judges were. The scorecards was getting announced, we're pretty sure we got the last 3. So happy with the win. To beat Max back to back like that, that's saying something. I'm happy to finish the chapter. On to the next.
You said those 2 opening rounds, man. He looked maybe as good as he ever has.
Mm-hmm.
What's going through your head at that point? Because I mean, he was having a lot of success, looked incredibly relaxed, and it looked like it might be a long night.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, even for me, I was just way too relaxed, to be quite honest. And he was making good adjustments, and was hard for me to pull the trigger and things like that. But I mean, yeah, there was things that we had to work on, and then luckily my corner were talking to me, and he did things that we sort of expected him to do it, but it just took me a while till the 3rd round to actually start getting things moving. So I don't know what that was, whether it was no crowd or whatever it was. It's like, wake up, get punched in the face so you can wake up a little bit. But again, the first 2 rounds were tight, but again, I showed what champions are made of, you know what I mean, to dig deep and show that I've got so many tools, make adjustments mid-fight like that. He made good adjustments in between the 2 fights. I made adjustments in between the fights. That just shows you my fight IQ. It shows you the type of fighter I am, and it shows you a great heart and what champions are made of.
Obviously, he's a popular figure, so there's a lot of people going, oh, he didn't win 3, 4, 5, but you guys said you were confident. So what would you point to in 3, 4, 5 to tell people this is why we banked those rounds?
Yeah, well, obviously 4th and 5th, I'm pretty confident most people would know I clearly won them. That 3rd round was probably a little bit closer out of the 3 last ones, but obviously the takedowns and a lot of my shots I feel like were better shots anyway, to be quite honest. But then first 2 rounds again, I'm a realist. I'll tell you, I believe that he started off well, but I come back from the 3rd onwards. Again, I showed what champions are made of. This sport isn't easy, and sometimes you're going to be put in these positions, and only certain champions can dig deep like I did, and again, I'm proud that I dug deep and got the job done and bring this back home to Australia and to my family.
You said closing the chapter. I mean, certainly there'd be no need to do a 3rd fight right now. Mm-hmm. But do you feel like you're done with them forever? Do you feel like maybe at some point down the line, because the fights were so close both times, that a 3rd fight might be interesting?
Oh, mate, look, you never know. Again, I'm not going to, obviously he's got to go through the ranking system again now. And, I don't think the first fight was close. This was probably closer than the first fight, but again, I got the job done. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. Again, I feel like I could have done a lot better, but I'm still showed that I'm the best fighter in the world, even today. So, I believe I finished that chapter. I don't know where he goes from here, whether he wants to move up, I don't know. But again, I done what I had to do, and I'm proud of that. And again, I bring this back home, so I get to bring that back to my family, and I've got my eye on these contenders, whoever it is, whoever's next. There's that top 5. They're about to fight each other, and I've got my eye on every single one of them.
Last thing for me, I mean, you said you'll take on anybody, I guess. Is there a schedule? I mean, I'm sure you want to go home and enjoy your family a little bit, but how do you see things moving forward? I guess you're kind of tied to when you can fight because of this whole COVID situation, but what do you think the plan is for you?
Well, we're back to full contact training back home, which is good. So now I can have, real camps, and, I can travel and do that as well. So I want to fight in the end of the year. Obviously get a real camp in. I'm not making excuses. No one had a real camp really, but I feel like I can definitely do a lot better, and with a full camp later on this year. Again, I'm going to keep proving myself as the best featherweight of all time. I really think I'm a few defenses away from that, a couple defenses away from that. I'm the best featherweight in the world right now, but I want to be GOAT. And, you need title defenses to do that, and you need number 1 contenders to do that. So I've got my eye on every single one of them. Hopefully we can see who's that number 1 contender before the year's out.
Alex, in the first fight, you felt you won comfortably. Was there any doubt in your mind when the judges were reading out the scorecards tonight?
I wouldn't say doubt, you know what I mean? Obviously, I trust my corners. They were saying that it's up to that 3rd round. That 3rd round was close. We think you've done enough, but we'll see. You know what I mean? So that's they're realists. They're going to tell me how it is. So I knew we had to see how it goes. I was pretty confident that I did enough in that 3rd round, and the judges thought so as well. So again, this is a crazy sport. For you to come back from, being down and, not being able to get yourself going and then waking yourself up and being like, come on, you got a belt, you got to bring this belt back to your family. It shows you what type of a champion you are and shows you the heart, determination, and that's what it's all about. You know what I mean? I'm all about that. I'm all about that hard work. I'm all about determination, good morals, values, and all that type of stuff. And, I got to show that tonight. So, I'm proud of that.
Do you think the slow start could be because of the time you had to fight?
Mate, it was, again, I don't want to make excuses. That's not the type of person I am, but there was a few things. There was a few things that were a bit off, and I felt it. I definitely felt the changes. Getting woken up last night for USADA wasn't a great start. I don't know what was the go with that, but yeah, playing with my sleep fight night was pretty rude, I thought. But I mean, again, I'm not going to make excuses.
What time did they wake you up?
Well, I wanted to sleep because obviously we have to be up. I was getting up at like 2:30, 3 o'clock. That's what I want to do. So I've been sleeping at like 7. So I was at 9, 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock they decided to come and wake me up to do a USADA test. So I don't know what happened with that. Again, I'm not making excuses, but I mean, anyway. But again, there was a few things that I wasn't really happy with. But shins, my right shin was still sore from my last fight as well. So, so I had to get over that. I couldn't use the legs as much as I'd like. So it was hard to break his rhythm early. And, he adjusted to that pretty quick. But then I had to start using them anyway. So it hurt. But again, we got the job done. I'm not going to make excuses. That's what hard work's all about. True champions are going to find a way to win. That's what I did.
Congratulations on the title defense, champ.
Yep.
The Schmo got text messages, voice messages from Henry Cejudo.
Okay,
quoting him, he's calling it theft, and he's challenging you, telling you to bend the knee. I know you want #1 contenders, featherweight division. Does that fight entice you at all with him?
Man, let's be realistic. Well, fighting him again, he's done great things in his divisions. I've got nothing but respect for the man, but at the same time, me fighting him ain't helping my legacy. I've got #1 contenders. I told you, if I want to be the GOAT, I've got to take out #1 contenders. If someone's going to cut in front of the line, like Cejudo, pay me the money and maybe we can make it happen. You've got to make it worthwhile for me because I want that GOAT status. Taking Henry Cejudo doesn't really help that. I believe people are going to know I'm expected to win that. No disrespect to him, but this is a whole different league up here with these big boys. So, and I'll show that if that fight was to ever happen, I'll show him this ain't his division. And again, that's what people are going to know if I take him out in my division.